life's so interesting. See, this is for my YouTube channel. I'm apparently going to Minnesota, and the reason why is because the girl who's in Michigan said not to go to Michigan. Not like that, and I laughed because when she said, if you think you're coming to my place, I was all like, ha ha ha, you think you control where I go? That's cute. So I'm gonna go to Michigan if I want. But I'm a stubborn person, I'll do whatever the fuck I want. But no, before I left, a person named Alex, who's living at the house I was at, that I walked out of and started my journey on, last person I saw before I started my journey, kept saying Minnesota. And my grandpa called yesterday after I got a bunch of gifts, and I posted a video about it, and he thought I said Minnesota. Everybody keeps thinking I say Minnesota. And then today I wake up to a message from the person trying to see in Michigan, and and a bunch of other people sending me love. And I'm like, maybe I'm not supposed to walk to Michigan. And so I looked up how far it is to Minnesota, and it says 222 hours to get there by walking. And of course, that's like if you don't stop and all that shit. So, not written if you're not carrying like an 80-pound bag. But the fact that it was 222, and I looked it up, and when I thought the thought, it was at 11:58. This is the exact minute I was born. It was at 11:58 a.m. So the minute I thought about it was the minute I was born. By the time I got the answer that it was 222, it was 12 o'clock exactly on the dot. Like the second it turned is the second I looked at it. So basically what I just said was I had a thought to go to Minnesota. I then looked it up because that was the next step. I looked at the emblems. Come here, buddy. Come on. I don't know what you're doing off the leash. I don't even know how that happened. Just sit down. This dog's amazing. Do you see this shit? You know, the other day, I gotta say this too, the other day I watched this old lady have two dogs, and they were pulling her in both directions. She had her hands like, oh, I can't hold them. And she goes, wow, your dog just responds so well. So, yeah, I'm about to go up north even more. I guess I'm gonna have to get him booties and stuff at a certain point. But anyway, yeah, like I just said, I had a thought, and that thought led me to look it up. I then looked it up. I then was aware of my surroundings, where I made a decision to look it up. Once I make a decision, everything changes. Once you make a decision, everything changes. So for my YouTube channel, I just wanted to post that every time you make a decision, first off, you got to make the decision. And let me give you an example. You walk up to a bridge, and I've done this many times. I've walked across bridges where if I fell to the right, I would have died. Many times. If you go to Warrenton, there's a bridge across the interstate. I've walked over that thing 4 times. Just walked. And every time I do, cars and people look at me and throw vibe at me, and I will counterbalance with and do whatever it takes, because I'm not letting you fuck me up. And then the wind will blow and try to push me off, and I don't give a fuck, you know. But I made a decision, and a good example is that if you walk up to a bridge and you make a decision to jump, and you don't feel no different, that's because you didn't actually make a decision, you just thought about it. Making a decision would be the equivalent of almost jumping up on top of the ledge and leaning forward. If you were to do that, you'd probably have a feeling, oh. That's when everything changed, because you actually made an actual decision. You weren't thinking about it. So I made a decision to debate on going to Minnesota. So I looked it up. At that time, I saw the 222. I'm literally at the exact location where apparently it's 222 hours from here. And when I was at a truck stop recently, the guy said he was going, the only trucker I asked for a ride, because I just don't like asking people for shit. I just don't. I don't like that. Like I just posted a video of me making a YouTube video, and some bitch handed me $40. I just shot down some guy right before her because his vibe was off. He was walking up. I thought it was security or authority, and I was like, I'm good. I got plenty of money. I'm good. And he's like, oh, okay. But I made sure to let him leave with a good positive note. I said, thank you. Seriously, have a great day. Like, I appreciate that. And then immediately after, I make a video, and some bitch hands me $40 and the 40 seconds in on my video. But no, I guess I'm going to Minnesota now, because that's life. I was just walking down the trail recently, and I saw 2 old ladies walking my way, and I can't remember where they said they came from, but they're like, where are you going? I'm like, Michigan. They said, ha, we got you beat. We're going to Texas. I was like, these 2 old ladies walking farther than me? What the fuck? And they made me laugh so hard, dude. They're like, ha, we got you beat. Can you imagine an old lady? Wow. Video size.